Hello. Okay, let me just see real quick. Check a thing. How you doing, Pyro? That's cool. Hmm. Oh, okay, sounds good. Oh, I got the bracket in another tab. Here we go. Damn, I haven't commentated in like a year. I should still have it though. Time. So which one's gonna be the first one? So I should turn up my noise gate just a little bit. PuyoVS machine broke. Oh no, that doesn't sound too good. Good? Cool. Oh snap. It's about to start. Looking at bracket, it's interesting to see Nunes in here because like he's pretty good at Tetris, but I haven't seen his Puyo side yet. I only played him like top once with Steelix, and he's pretty fast. Who else? That Furamo's Huh. I should probably check a replay of Efuramo. I've played against them in PuyoVS. Alright. Efuramo's replay. Let's see. I have a lot of replays. This is taking a long time. Here it is. Okay, so from the last time that I played / trained Efuramu, the highest combo I think he did against me was like a 9 or a 10, but he tends to build kind of slowly. So as long as he doesn't get attacked early on, he should be able to win. But I don't know. It all depends on the opponent he's facing. Because I didn't exactly harass him during the training, so I'm not sure how he would respond to that. Oh, there's a match. Probably look at it. He's synced for me, so a match kind of has to pass for me to look at this correctly. Yeah, nothing's really happening on my end. Okay, now a match passed, so it should be able to good? Question mark. Okay, so both of them are making GTR. My internet's weird, so kind of going slow. I feel like Mimikuma wanted to release their chain, but they kind of decided against it at the last minute. Nunes' GTR is looking much better than Mimikuma's, because he's still confused on how to build a base. That's gonna be a little color conflict. Columns 1 and 3, unless Mimikuma clears out column 3, he's gonna have some trouble extending. Oh, he set it off. I think Nunes' chain is bigger. That should be 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty good round. Wow, why the heck is latency so bad on my computer lately? Anyway, both players are still building GTR, but Nunes has like an interesting situation where that red in column 6 is pretty much going to be like wasted. Unless he gets a blue in column 4, which I don't see it happening. Mimikyu is setting off his chain. He doesn't have a blue in column 3, so I don't think he's going to win this one. Shoot. Oh, am I talking loud enough for the stream, by the way? So, Mimikuma's... that's a weird build order for GTR, but I guess it works. Meanwhile, Nunes already has most of his first floor done, while Mimikuma's... I think they're looking for, like, a red-green as a piece, but, I don't know, it seems their chain looks very odd. Meanwhile, Nunes is... Nunes' chain is weird too because there's not exactly anything he has to, like, get to the transition, column 1, so... I don't know. If Mimikuma sets off those yellows, he might be able to just kill Nunes outright. Oh, but that's a 3 chain as well, so... think? Yeah, he won. And by he, I mean Mimikuma. That's gonna call him Kuma for short. Maybe I should restart my router after this tourney. Internet is being derpy today. Anyway, Nunes has already got his transition done. He has a bit of his base to build up. Meanwhile, Mimikuma is almost done with his base as well. Transition's pretty good on both players. Nunes just needs 2 column 4. Oh, well, Nunes let off his chain early. Oh, that's a 6 chain. Well, it may or may not have been intentional, but Kuma definitely won that round. I think this is first to 10. First to 5. Oh. Ah. Well, it seems like Kuma won this round. GG, Mimikuma. So I think my noise gate should be a little bit lower. Alright, that should be good. Alright, let's see who we're seeing fight next. I just woke up, so my English is that good. Let me just do real quick. I think that Nunes and Ephraim are going to have a really good fight. They seem to be at almost the same skill level, so this is that Ephraim knows how to chain a little bit better. Nita Shinori, I've never seen play. Green 1045, I've never seen play. Wait. Oh. I think Ephraim would have a better fight against Sigma, though. Oh, my bad. I meant to say Sigma when I said Nunes. Ah. Tired today. What I meant to say is the Sigma and Efuramu have almost the same X chain, so I believe that if Sigma can like build a cleaner second floor, he can reach 8 to 9 easily. It all depends on like how well the base is built and blah blah blah. Okay, here's the next match. Okay, thank God I joined before the match started because there's this weird bug in PuyoVS that if you join while a match is going, sometimes it'll desync. Okay, so Nita. Well, Nita could have put that that green in column 2 to get that GTR off, but this is gonna be a very weird chain. See, if Nita puts that a blue column 4, we'll have like a good base going. Oh, but they put that in column 6. Oh jeez. Do we know if that was 6 in build 31? I should probably go spectate a match to see. But PuyoVS is weird in that it won't let you on 2 different builds at the same time. So, yeah, I've got to experiment with that. Okay, so Efuramu's already got a good base going. While Nita, doing something interesting. They put that blue in columns 1 and 2. That could have been a good way to get rid of those blues. Column 3. Okay, so that's going to be a 3 chain. Hopefully Efuramu can get the red he needs. Oh. Oh, that's weird. I ran build 29, and then I ran build 31, and it logged me out of like 29. So, Efuramu has a pretty good base right here. That sandwich is pretty nice. His speed is pretty fast, so Nita's gonna have a hard time keeping up in this match. Unless Nita, like, attacks when Efuramu doesn't have the piece he needs. Alright, so Efuramu who's opting for a good GTR. Blues, right? Okay, that was a good decision to put in column for the blue. Putting that red-blue in column 1 may cause Efuramu some trouble later, but as long as he can get reds on top of column 1 and then a blue, he should be fine. So he's gonna send small harass to Nita, because he doesn't need those pieces. Second floor is looking pretty swell so far. He's gotta get yellow in column 2. He's also gotta get... I would have said that he needed another red in column 4, but this chain should be enough. Yeah, with the red and the green that didn't cut, that would have been 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty good. Okay, so Nita... I guess that's Nita's transition with the reds. It looks like some weird diving chain, but Nita could have put the red-blue in column 2. But let's see how this progresses. Meanwhile, Eferamu's got his base done, and he's setting off his chain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. Alright, so Eferamu takes that one. I see that Nita's like, I suppose, trying to like freestyle. It looks like it should work, but yeah. So Nita's got 2 chains so far. Meanwhile, Eferamu's got, with the blue set off, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7. My bad. Let's see what Nita's field is like before the garbage falls. So that's kind of weird because I didn't really see a transition in it. If Nita put a blue in column 5 and then set off the reds, it could have been a 3 chain, but oh, well. Alright, so Eferamu takes that one. I suppose Eferamu, I mean, working on bases is already a good thing, but Eferamu has a pretty good understanding of, like, a clean base. The last match was probably the cleanest base I saw in the set, which was pretty good. And, what I say Eferamu needs to work on is just, like, being confident with second floor, because some of his bases look really clean, and as long as he doesn't set off the chain, he can keep extending because his base is good. A good base is always the key to a good second floor, because the less messed up your base is, the cleaner and more flat your second floor can be. Let's see. Meeker versus Sigma. I haven't seen... Oh, Melker. I haven't seen Melker play, but hopefully we should be in for a treat. Yeah, Anita seems like they're still learning. Of course, like, this is the kind of the path for, like, all beginners, but learning stairs and GTR should help because conceptually, you know, both of the chaining forms teach you how to transition whatever. And, you know, in some rounds, Nita looked like that they had a pretty good chain going, like in the thing where it was like 1-3. Nita looked like they had a pretty good 4 chain going, and it looked like you could build a transition on it. It's just that I feel like with some chaining forms, their style can be made more like manageable or something. Here's the next match. Alright. So let's see what this Melker guy's got. Alright, so Melker's got his GTR going. Maybe Cuba's got his GTR going, but because of the lack of reds, he seems confused. Well, not anymore. He's gotta get that piece in. I would have put that red-yellow with the yellow in column 3, but I suppose that works too. Ooh. How's this chain gonna work? So Mimikyuma's chain is gonna like prematurely cut because he has those greens in column 3. Meanwhile, Milker's got a pretty good 6 chain, and he takes that round. Ooh. Alright, so Milker... This looks like L-shape. Is it L-shape? Doesn't seem like it since he put that piece that way. I would have put that red in column 2, but see how this works out. Meanwhile, Mimikyuma, if you set off the green, no, if you set off the blue in column 2, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Milker's setting off 4-chain harass, forcing Mimikyuma to set off his main chain. So that is indeed a 6-chain, and Mimikyuma wins that round because he didn't have like the necessary resources to set off the main chain that he provoked on Mimikyuma's side. Alright, so Mimikyuma looks like they've got their GTR going well. It's gonna look odd because okay, I thought there was gonna be color conflict with that blue in the bottom in column 3, but I guess not. I feel like they're just gonna set off their chain. If they did it the other way, they would have +1 chain, but let's see what Milker's got. Milker sets it off. He'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, power 6, 7? Oh, it's an 8-chain. Pretty nice. Oh, GTR stands for Great Tanaka Renza. And let me just pull up the chain sim of it. GTR, Puyo. Alright, so here's the Puyo wiki page for it. That's GTR. And it's basically a type of chaining form where the transition, otherwise known as like... A transition is basically when you build left to right or right to left and you hit a wall. So then you have to build up. That's called the transition. And GTR is pretty popular because it builds the transition pretty early on in the chain. So it's like, I don't know, people call it a chaining form, people call it a transition. I would just call it a chaining. But yeah. 5, 6. Oh, Milker beats Mimikyuma by 1 chain. Pretty good. That was a good round. Alright, so what's Milker gonna do here? So he'll put that there, and that'll be a power chain later on. What's Milker gonna do with those blues? Probably harass it off. Not? Meanwhile, Mimikyuma's got their base done. They just need to... Oh boy, that's gonna be weird because they can't clear the blues without messing up a part of their chain. But Milker's pretty close to the top. As long as Milker gets the pieces he needs, he should be able to stay alive. Okay, so Milker's chain cut pretty significantly, but Mimikyuma didn't really have the resources to take advantage of that. Alright, so this is game point for Milker. I'm not really sure what to call it, but yeah. Milker is trying something Interesting. Wow, that's a really good chain. Looks like a tail sort of thing. Meanwhile, Mimikuma's got a thing that's going to be... So that's going to be a power 2 chain. I was going to see if they were going to put a green in column 4 and it would have been like, oh, it's going to be a power 2 into a 3 chain, but Milker wins that round. Alright. Milker actually turned out to be pretty good. It's getting exciting. Being good at the stairs transition is pretty important because, well, if somebody attacks your transition and it's about 2 lines, it's gonna be pretty hard digging out because you'll need to clear a lot of things vertically in column 1. But yeah. Stairs is like, if you can get the transition and the entire base off, it is a pretty powerful form because, like, once the base is there, it's probably one of the most flattest bases you can ever build. Aside from, like, flat stacking, which is a variation of Soul and GTR, but yeah. Sandwich is also pretty flat when you build it. So yeah. Next is Green versus Eferamu. Oh man. Alright, here we go. Okay, so Green made... I thought they were gonna do GTR, but... That looks like... That looks like a weird chain because I thought the blue in column 6 was going to be the transition, but apparently it's not. Meanwhile, Efurumo's got a 6 chain, so that seals the deal for that match. Honestly, if the blue were going to be a transition in column 6, they would need so many, like, color-specific pieces to make it work. Okay, so now Green's pulling out GTR, and looks relatively clean. They shove 2 more reds in columns 5 and 6. They can make that part work. Meanwhile, Efuramu has base pretty much done. They're going to send a 2-chain harass. Shouldn't be too bad for Green, being that he's got most of his stuff built ahead of time. Eferamu has a color conflict in column 3, but it's gone now because there are no more greens. Green has a 5-chain, and darn, he almost got the blue he needed. Okay, so both players are at GTR. Green opted to clear out those 2 greens, but Eferamu didn't, meaning his base is more like built up ahead of time. He made an odd decision with the red-green that he placed in columns 1 and 2, and he probably realized that it screwed him up, so he sent off that as a harass. Green has no choice but to take damage, and now probably it's this Ephraim's building. That's 4-chain. This should seal the deal for the match. If Green got the red they needed any sooner, they probably could have survived a little bit longer. Okay, so both players are little in GTR. And Eferamu has color conflict with the Koreans, but it seems that he fixed it. How he built it. Green has completed his transition. He just needs to put in some yellows in column 2. Oh, or not. Eferamu, like, I suppose he misses, like, extension opportunities, but, like, sometimes he makes odd decisions that end up breaking his chain really badly. Also, sometimes he has, like, a really clean base that it's so easy to build second floor on, but he just ends up sending his chain. I mean, he does end up winning, but, you know, that's probably what you mean by easy extension opportunities. Okay, so this is match point for Efuramu. Alright, so both players GTR are looking pretty good. Alright, so still looking clean. Green has a little problem with the reds, cause I don't know. That's only going to be a 3-chain because there wasn't an extra red in column 3. Meanwhile, Efuramu's got a power 4, which is going to send a lot of damage to Green. Not sure how they're going to dig this one out, but Efuramu seems to be cooking up a chain on the right. Let's see. As long as they get those, the blues in column 1, they win. And Green's got power 2? I think that was power 2. Yeah, Green doesn't really have much building space left. So that's set for Efuramu. Alright, let's check bracket. Alright, so Melker goes to semis. Loser of... Oh, that hasn't been... Okay, so loser 4 is the match between Green and Efuramu. And then loser's bracket can probably, like, I suppose, move faster because, like, then Sigma and Nita will play, and then we'll have to wait on Nunes and the loser at 4. Let me just check my phone in the meantime. Ooh, Yase is in bio.fr. Oh, I gotta ping this. Ooh, is a match about to start? It's gonna be Melker versus... Oh, Green and Eferamu's match already finished, so now it's Melker versus Eferamu, and I believe this is first to 10 instead of 5. Alright, here we go. So both of these players have a pretty solid understanding of GTR, so it's gonna be interesting, this match. Alright, so with that piece, Eferamu could have finished his transition, but he's opting to build his base a little bit more, which is fine. Melker's got his base going, but I hope he doesn't forget that he needs one more red in column 2, otherwise the rest of his chain isn't gonna go off. But he's building second floor. Fine. Melker got a harass, so now he's figuring out how to dig it out. Okay, so Eferamu's chain is now gonna go off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6. Darn, Melker was just shy by one chain. That was a good tennis, though. It was like, whoa. Spicy. Okay, so Melker's building the L-shaped looking thing again. Or not. Or... Ooh, Eferamu has an all clear. Melker isn't prepared to take all this damage, so Eferamu pretty much seals that point off. Yeah. That was a pretty good play. Alright, so Melker's GTR is looking clean. Eferamu's GTR is looking clean. He does need the green column 4 that he does get. Wow, Eferamu's extending this pretty well. He just needs 2 blues in column 4. See how that garbage affects him. Hopefully he doesn't use the reds to clear that out. Ooh, he is. Oh darn. If he didn't use the reds to clear it out and use a different color, he probably could have set the rest of his chain off. He would just have to add in an extra yellow. It's probably going to be color conflict in Eferamu's side since his transition and column 3 have the same color. He fixed that by putting the green there, but let's see how it progresses. Meanwhile, Melker's got a solid base going with the L-shaped looking thing. I call it that because it looks like L-shaped, but it's kinda not, I don't know, it's weird. But, okay, so Melker tried to set off his chain and he kinda like broke it, so that's a point for Afu. Alright, so it's 1-3 so far. Can Melker make the comeback? Okay, so Melker is opting to build his base while Eferamu tries to take care of his transition. I assume he would with that yellow. Melker has the base pretty well. Now he's finally gonna go to his transition. Eferamu's on second floor. Melker's probably trying to tail. Or not. So that's gonna be a 4 chain. A Melker isn't ready, so that's death for him. So I'm pretty sure he would have been able to stay alive had he set off his chain. I'm pretty sure like it was like a 5 or something. So Ephraim was doing the weird color conflict GTR, but he solved it with that green in column 3. Putting that red there to power the chain later. Let's see. That red in column 2 is gonna break his chain, so Melker wins this round. Yeah. Darn. He just waited to put another blue that didn't have a red on it. So this looks like 2 stairs, and a good one at that. Ephraim's got a GTR that's gonna be really powerful later on if he can set it off. Go Ephraim, set it off, go! Aw. Well, Ephraim is not dead yet, so he's got a little bit of a chance to dig out before Melker sends what looks like it's going to become a power 3, or he could just set off that portion of the chain, works just fine. Then he sends Apollo up, and Ephraim is almost dead. He doesn't look like he can ghost, so that's a point for Melker. It's pretty even so far. Right, so both players are opting to build GTR. Ephraim made the weird decision to put the blue-yellow in column 2. Wonder how that's gonna go, but... It's gonna be very weird to extend this. Meanwhile, Melker's got 4 chain going. Ephraim seems like he got his chain under control, though he couldn't extend it to 2nd floor. He was able to set the full thing off, which kills Melker, and that gives a point to him. So yeah. Alright, so looks like, let's see, I thought he was gonna like set off his stuff on the right, but it's just GTR. Ephraim's got a pretty good base. He does waste some yellows and reds, but should be fine, I think. Okay, so it looks like he can extend a little bit. He probably shouldn't have got rid of those blues because he could have extended with the piece he got right after. Melker setting off his full chain. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Aw, it's just an 8. Let's see Ephraim's chain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, the skin pretty spicy. Alright, so both players have set up their main chains, and it is pretty much just like round 2 because they have to build up their resources again. Okay, so Melker's got a 2 chain. Ephraim can't defend against it, but if he gets rid of that nuisance Puyo in column 5, he'll get a 2 chain he can fight back against. He doesn't seem to be doing that though. Oh, now he's getting that. And that's gonna be the 2 chain. It's also gonna be a 2 chain. This, power 3, and then a 4. Didn't seem like Melker was ready for it. But based on the resources he had, if he played a little faster, he probably would have been able to survive. That was a good round, though. So Ephraim was already got his base done. This is one of the most clean bases I've seen from him Oh, thank God he didn't put that there. It would have cut all his stuff. Okay, so that blocked column 4, so... Oh, he's opting to extend. Honestly, I believe Afuramu can get a pretty high chain, but... It doesn't look like Milker has that many resources, so he could have just sent it off when he was done with his first floor and still killed Milker. Nice 9 chain, holy crap. Afuramu was pulling out the big guns. Alright, so it's 3-7. See if Milker can nab out any more points and possibly sweep Afuramu under the rug. There are still times for comebacks. Alright, so Afuramu has a pretty good base, and it's even better because those Puyo at the end power, which basically sets him up like another chain. Because that's the thing about power chains, see, like, oh, he got rid of those yellows. No, he got rid of those greens in column 5, which means his chain isn't gonna power anymore. Oh. Afuramu got a little greedy. But, yeah, going back to the thing about power chains, they, like, factor in something what's called, like, color bonus and group bonus. So, like, if you have multiple color Puyo popping at the same time, or more than 4 Puyo popping at the same time, your chain could be, like, pretty powerful. And if, like, your chain, no, if your color or group bonus is high enough, it'll be just as powerful as the next chain. So, like, let's say you have a power 9 that, like, so you see that 4 chain that, like, popped, I think, 10 Puyo once and it was 2 colors? That was probably as powerful as the 6 chain. Which is important because that means your opponent has to work hard to deflect the garbage that you get. Anyway, Milker needs some greens. No, he needs some blues. Complete his base, but those nuisance Puyo kind of get in the way. Milker's chain is weird because it'll set off, like, the greens, but that's really it. Now, Afuramu's side, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might counter. End up countering because, like, his last thing was 5 Puyo instead of 4. Wait. Nah, Milker's last chain was 4 Puyo. I think. I don't know, I'll have to check later, but Milker's got a situation to deal with here, trying to dig out all those Puyo. If he can... Oh, darn. I was thinking maybe he should set up those reds, but that opportunity is gone. Alright, so that's a power 5. Ooh, that's gonna be death for Milker. Oh boy. Well, Milker is still catching up. There is still hope. So Afuramu's got that base going. Let's see. If he puts... He's still got yellows to put in column 4. I suppose that works, but there's still color conflict. See, the way he made his chain right there, it's like, you see those yellows at the bottom on Afuramu's field? Because he's clearing out those yellows in the top. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so the red links are gonna cut off, but he still gets that yellows out. I was thinking those were gonna cut. Nice. I suppose Afuramu looked a little bit ahead. See, like, pieces would cut or whatevs. Alright, so this is match point for Eferamu. Seems to be building quicker than before. But he's hesitating now, but he's got his transition already done, so that's a plus. He does Napalm, which is basically power one chain. Eferamu was pretty much going for a rushdown. Melker can't really keep up, so... Oh, and Melker just gives the point to Eferamu. Oh, wait a second. Wasn't it first to 10? Huh? I think they thought that it was first to 15 by accident. Well, Eferamu wins that one. And let's see the bracket so far. So Melker will move to Grand Finals. Eferamu goes down to losers round 3. Let's see. Let's check in on Eferamu's matches before. Oh wait, Eferamu goes to Grand Finals. My bad. Melker seems like a pretty strong opponent, so whoever he gets from losers bracket shouldn't be too difficult, but I just feel like Eferamu has the high ground when it comes to, you know, I suppose second floors and whatnot. Yeah, I'm kind of tired, so I may screw up a word here or there. Oh boy. Oh, I accidentally tapped out of Firefox. My bad. Oh, maybe Kimo left? They probably thought the tournament was single elimination. Whoops. It looks like Kanto is going to take their place. Or not. Meantime, I'm just gonna open up Neko Atsume. A really good game. Collect cats and whatever. Let's see. Oh, I have 420 goldfish. Oh god. Alright, I collected all my stuff in Neko Atsume. What's going on in this chat? Also, Kanto is gonna replace Mimikuma. Oh man. So it seems that we're gonna like stream some matches of losers bracket. Alright, here we go. Alright, so the match started and Green's got a 1 chain. And Nunes. Okay, so if Nunes pops those reds, he's pretty much got a 3 chain. Meanwhile, Green is building a high thing on the side. Now, the most that Green will get is probably a 2 chain if he sets off those greens in column 3. If he adds a yellow to column 1, it'll be 4. But power 3 should work just fine. Green's got a pretty good chain going. As long as he puts an extra blue in column 2. Or power 2. So Nunes doesn't really have much options. If he didn't put the red in column 2, he probably got a 2 chain with those greens. But that's how it goes. Green's doing GTR, and now they're doing not GTR. Nunes might be doing GTR. I would have put that red-yellow in column 6, but he's got a bit of cleaning up to do. The way I see it, Nunes will get all 4 blues in columns 2 and 3, and at the most we'll have like a 3 chain or something. Oh, but it only ended up being a 2, so even though Green doesn't really... Wait, this may be GTR. It is GTR, nice. Okay, so this is looking pretty swell so far. Nunes is... That kind of looks like Submarine, but at the same time it's not. Especially since he popped those yellows. Submarine's like kind of chaining form where like the Puyo dive, which is why it's called Submarine. Kinda dumb. I just feel like Green has the capability to win over Nunes because they're slightly faster and they seem to have an idea of like how to build their chains. Originally I just thought they were just like freestyling. I'm like, alright, but based on how they just built GTR, they could pretty much win the set. So 2, 3, 4. 5. Gonna power 6. 2, 3, 4. Oh, Nunes might beat green. Ooh, that's close. The power 5 was powerful enough to not get killed by Nunes' 7 chain. So now we have an interesting match where green is trying to build a thing, stay alive, which is good. You want to build things to stay alive, but that thing did not work, so Nunes gets a point. Alright, so green has got a GTR. That's a weird placement of the greens, and that's pretty much color conflict because they can't really progress their chain until they get rid of like those extra greens. This is odd. Meanwhile, Nunes also has some color conflict with greens in column 4 because of that one nuisance Puyo. Oh boy, this is weird for both players. Okay, so they put the green in column 4. Well, green put the green in column 4, which means that part of the chain will work. Nunes resolved this color conflict, so that gets his 7 chain off, killing green, and it looks like he's catching up. Alright, so both players are squaring up their GTR pretty quickly. Nunes up to. If he puts the red, yeah, that's a good decision. I meant to say yellow, green, my bad. So green's gonna do a 2-chain harass, but Nunes' trigger is still, you know, there. As long as he pops the nuisance foil in column 2, he'll be good to go. And green is trying to figure out how to extend this chain. It's very weird because they had a red-green they could have put in column 2 before, but their transition got covered up with a lot of stuff. So now they're pretty much even in terms of points. Gotta see how this progresses. Alright, so green's GTR base is almost done. This and the Puyo that they're gonna get should be clean. Oh, they put that green in column 6. That's gonna be... They should have flipped that green-blue that they got so that the end of their chain could work more better. I think I should just say better in that case. I don't know. My English is bleh. But let's see. They covered up their transition. Nunes is got their base pretty much squared away. Those reds in column 5 are not gonna do anything because the greens will pop and they'll just like fall in the bottom. It still is an 8-chain though, and that's a lot of stuff green has on their side, but looks like everything's just gonna explode for a 5-chain, and Nunes gets that point. Alright, so this is match point for Nunes. Green made a better decision when it came to the 2 blue-blues that they received, because their base looks like good, but I don't know. I thought they would have put a green in column 4 to get that part of the chain done. They're sending it off prematurely, which is only a 3-chain. News can't really defend against it, but looking at how his chain was before it looked like if he set off the greens, that would have been a pretty good tail, actually. The greens would fall, and then everything else would follow suit. Hopefully, Nunes should be able to dig out his chain so we could see that cool thing he's got going on. Green is pretty close to death with those nuisance Puyo close to the X. They send a 2 chain. Ooh, that's another 2 chain. Just follow up. Green has to put a blue in column 2 to finish Nunes off. Doesn't look like Nunes has any other resources to combat Green, so that's a point for Green. Now it's match point for both players. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so Green has that part of the base well, but that's... Wow, both players both made a weird decision. Because, like, they were doing GTR, but then they covered it up with another red in column 1. So... I really don't know what the point is going to be here. Nunes is probably going to get another red into column 3, or that's a better decision. So Nunes does a follow-up, and now he has access to his GTR. And he didn't cover it up like last time. He's probably going to set it off. Meanwhile, Green has a lot of nuisance Puyo on the field, and this is probably going to be Nunes' point. Oh, but what's this? Green has Power 4 chain. Wasn't powerful enough, but it was a thing, and Nunes wins that round. Hey, pretty close. Imagine if this was a first 10, it'd be pretty intense. Alright, so let's see what it's gonna be. So now, Nunes is gonna be going up against Nita Shinori. I believe, okay, so Kanto replaced Sigma, who was Mimikuma. If I recall correctly, Nita was the player I referred to as, like, freestyling, but I'll have to see if, like, I remembered it well. Who replaced Sigma? I'm pretty sure Kanto replaced Sigma. I mean, I guess it shouldn't matter. Green's gonna go eat. Sigma quits. Well, Sigma, like, left early, and then Kanto replaced their position in loser's bracket, but Nita ended up winning anyway. Doesn't seem like a match is going on. So... But in any case, both players are in here. You mean Nunes and Nita? Or Kanto and Sigma? I don't know who reported the score for losers bracket, but hmm. Oh, Nita is here. All right. Oh, Kanto's back. Wait, Kanto's replacing Nita? Wait, I don't get it. I'm confused. All I know is that the person is gonna fight Nunes, and they may or may not win. Nita versus Kanto, who replaced Sigma. Oh. So does that mean Nita and Kanto didn't fight yet? Hmm. Oh. Well, so I've never seen Kanto play, so this is gonna be interesting. I just did put. Oh, so you treated Sigma as a buy. No, Crashdown treated Sigma as a buy, but then Kanto said that they were gonna replace Sigma. So now Nita and Kanto are gonna fight, and if the score is any different, Crashdown will just change it. Little emote by Kanto. Alright, so they're gonna fight. Oh, I got a notification. Who this? Oh god. Oh, food arrived, so I might have to be muted for like a minute or so. Oh, they're starting just now. It's fine. I'll just spectate. Alright. Here we go. Okay, so let's see Kanto's playstyle. It's a pretty fast beginning of a GTR. Nita's... that isn't GTR, but it could be... Well, I was thinking they could use it as a Hellfire, but they covered up column 1. Kanto's already got a 4-chain in motion, so that pretty much spells Nita's death, because 3 lines will just instantly kill them. So that's already 1 for Kanto. Wow, that kind of looks like Sandwich. Just a little bit. Meanwhile, Kanto's got the GTR going. See, like, I'd call the thing in column 1 and 2 GTR Core, blame Shusama for that, but I don't want to confuse people. This is the L-shaped thingy in columns 1 and 2, that's GTR. Okay, so Kanto's extending on 2nd floor, but if Nita sends any damage, they're probably going to be in trouble, because column 3 is so high. Well, it's fine now they sent their main chain. Kanto beats the 4-chain with an 8-chain. So, that pretty much does it. Kanto's gonna be a pretty good fight against Nunes and Eframu. So Nita has... I was gonna say it kinda looks like L-shape, but... It's not, because... I don't know, there are a lot of ways this chain can go. But Kanto already has most of their chain done. Oh god. A hesitation killed them, because they had the 2 yellows they needed to set up their chain. But man, Kanto is fast. They're gonna put up a really good fight. So, Nita, looks like they could do something with that. If they put another green in column 4, they could have a Hellfire. I hope they go for it. Oh, probably not smart to go for it now that Kanto's got their power 6-chain up, which pretty much equates to like a 7-chain. 7 chains usually do around a star of damage, so the fact that a 6-chain did it means that was pretty powerful. If only they did that little power 2-chain a little bit faster, they could have been able to nab a point from Kanto. Kanto has their transition built up a little bit high, but that's probably good, because they're going to send a 3-chain. So, they're going to tank that damage. As long as they clear out those greens in column 3, they can access their trigger again, and Kanto can win the point. Alright, so there's a trigger. All they need is 3 reds. And Nita has a 2-chain going, but they didn't get to set it off. Another star of damage. Alright, so this is game point for Kanto. And they've got that little TR core thingy on the left. I'll just call it GTR transition. That's a better name for it. So, if Nita sends that 2-chain with that, they'll be able to, like, set back Kanto a little bit. Alright, so Kanto didn't set off their chain. I'm not sure why, but it did set them back. And as long as they keep the pressure on, they should be able to kill Kanto and get a point. Now, with that red-blue they just put in column 6, I would have put that in column 3, so they could get a 3-chain, possibly sending more damage to Kanto before they could have got that 6-chain off. But they didn't do that, so Kanto pretty much wins the first to 5. So yeah, GG's. Oh man, these next 2 rounds are going to be spicy. Alright, so now we've got Kanto versus Melker. No, Kanto versus... Hold on. I was looking at the bracket wrong. So, Kanto versus Nita. Kanto won, so now it's going to be Nunes versus Kanto. And the winner of that fights Melker, and the winner of that fights Efu. Screwed up a little bit, but yeah. Oh man, this loser's bracket is going to be something. I am back with some food. My noise gate is high enough so you won't hear anything, but yeah, food. Food is good. Yeah, thank God for noise gates in Discord. Peniel, vodka, and some garlic knots on the side. It's pretty good. Ooh, we got the next match going. Alright, so this is going to be interesting because both players can do around a 7 chain, but it all comes down to speed and whether a player sends a harass or not. Kanto seems pretty good at managing garbage, so that's their advantage. Alright, here we go. Wait, is this FT first to 10 or nah? Well, while that question floats around, Kanto's got a weird base. They might put a... Oh. If they put a blue in column 5, oh wait, they did put a blue in column 5. So that's gonna become a 7 chain, and then an 8 chain. I didn't see that. I didn't think the blue being that high would have worked, but it did. Okay, so this is an odd way to start off the match with so many frickin' reds and blues. But Kanto seems to have got it under control. Nunes has a weird solution, but as long as he doesn't build his transition with any reds, he should be fine. Kanto's on the second floor, but they've got some work to do. because they need to put 2 yellows in column 1, and that's probably going to be a harass. At the expense of their own chain, however, because now their GTR is covered up. Nunes pretty much wins this round. That is a 7 chain. So they're going to come back with 4, which isn't going to be large enough, but yeah. Okay, GTR transition is done on both players. They almost did the same moves. Holy crap. So Kanto's got a better second floor going. Actually, it's kind of hard to tell because of the fact that both bases haven't exactly been built yet. Kanto's got their base done. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Nunes has 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, Kanto's pretty quick. I feel like as long as Kanto doesn't screw up anything, their speed should be able to carry him for the rest of the first to 10. Is it, like, speed is really important at, like, this level because as long as you're quick and the less you hesitate, the more people you'll overwhelm at this level. But yeah, the less you hesitate, the more pieces you'll be able to kind of pull out. Yeah. So this is going to be a 3 chain. Nunes doesn't really have an answer to it because his transition wasn't ready yet. And even if it was, he wouldn't have got the color for it either. So it's another point for Kanto right there. Alright, both transitions are done. Nunes makes the decision to have his transition go with blues. He's still building. He's preemptively building second floor. Kanto's building a power chain on the right. It'd be pretty powerful considering that the blues and the reds are going to pop simultaneously. Wow, this is going to be super powerful. 3, 4... Oh, that cuts. But it still does a 7 chain, surprisingly. Wow, that's the most convenient cut I've seen in this tourney so far. Okay, Nunes has his tier transition squared away. Kanto's still figuring it out. He's building a sort of sandwich there. Right. That blue might be troublesome in column 6, but it's still gonna be a good chain regardless. Nunes is on second floor. So he'll put the reds like that, and if he puts one more green in column 5, that should work, but kind of screwed up with those yellows. And Kanto did an 8 chain, so that's a point for them. Alright, so Nunes has already got the transition done. Nunes is opting to complete his base. Probably put the red in column 5 like that. Clear something out. He needs another green in column 4. Maybe another yellow in column 5. Or he could just rush him with a 4 chain. Nunes isn't ready, so he'll probably die. This should... Yeah. The nuisance foil is gonna fall in column 3, so... Yeah. I would have put that yellow green in column 1 on Nunes' side. Meanwhile, Kanto's got their base done. They're moving the second floor. 5. Nunes has got a 5 chain so far, while Kanto, if he puts a yellow there, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it should be 8. Nunes, on the other hand, man, if he split the blue and green, he could have like saved his chain. Though I'm not sure if it would have been powerful enough to counter an 8. Oh well. Kanto's got an interesting transition, but it'll work. Oh, they shouldn't have put that green in column 1. If they set up the yellows, it's gonna cut their chain. If they realize it, they can like do that as a harass. Also, Nunes covered up their transitions with those 2 blues on top, so that's also gonna be cut they need to work with, unless they put blue on top of that. No, my bad. So Kanto's chain cuts, but Nunes has the colors he needs, so this is going to be a point for him. It doesn't look like Kanto has any other resources to work with. Yeah, Nunes takes Kanto down. Kanto's already got the transition done. Nunes is figuring out how to build his base. It's gonna be weird because he has those yellows like that in columns 3 and 5. He'll have to like... yeah, he'll have to clear that out. Okay, so Nunes looks like he's fixing it a bit. If he puts that red in column 4 like that, that part of his chain will work. And he's gonna set it off 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Kanto, on the other hand, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. Yeah, that's an 8. Wow, impressive. And Kanto does the thing. And by do the thing, I meant kind of just counter Nunes' stuff. If Kanto wins one more, it's going to be match point. Oh man. So Kanto's got a pretty good base, but the transition isn't looking so hot. They'll have to fill in a color in column 1, kind of like extend it, but I guess that wasn't an option for them, so now they're setting off their chain. Nunes realized that the red-yellow he was gonna get was gonna cut his chain no matter how he set it off, so kind of rushed and died because he didn't have enough time. This is a weird GTR Nunes is building, but he just has to put a blue and then a red in column 1, which he's gonna get soon. Or he could just set off the blues. That works too. Meanwhile, Kanto's already on second floor. While their base isn't the best, they're on second floor, which means they have a hell of a lot more resources than Nunes. And Nunes has to set up those blues really quickly, but he didn't. So that goes to Kanto, and they're playing... oh. Well, Kanto wins this one. I thought it was first 15, but it's 10. My bad. Oh boy. So now we've got Kanto versus Milker. Ooh, this is getting spicy. Alright. No more buys, sorry. Kanto versus Milker now. That should be starting up real soon. Oh shit, it's no chain! Wait, but No Chain's a guy who constantly runs the beginner room. But yeah, he's been doing that for like over a year. I haven't played with No Chain in a long time. But anyway, I blinked and now Kanto's on second floor. I expected nothing less. So, Milker's got a chain going, which he's rushing to get out, but I don't think this is going to be an 8. Wow, that was pretty quick. So, the way Kanto's building, I don't think they're opting for GTR, but they might have screwed up. I don't know. It's gonna be a very interesting chain. If they set off those blues, it's just gonna be free chain. Well, Milker doesn't really have any resources to combat Kanto, so this is pretty much like a good round for Kanto. This is an all clear. Oh. If they set off like the yellows and they just popped the blues, it would have been an all clear. But let's see. Kanto is. They're gonna put that there. They need to put the red on column 2. But you know what? That probably wasn't a good decision since Milker still has access to his trigger. So that's going to be a 6 chain. Kanto has 4 chain, and that's a point for Milker. Okay, so Milker already has this transition faster than Kanto, which is surprising. Kanto's building up their base a little bit powerfully. They just gotta stick another blue in column 5. Yep, they did it. Oh, they're gonna use it as a harass. But Milker already has his chain off, so that pretty much seals the match. If only he did it just a little bit faster. Oh, that's a moon. Pretty good. I should probably charge my computer before it dies. Alright. My computer is dumb, and it doesn't like to tell me when it has low battery. Oh my lord, that's Yayoi, alright. And an all clear, Jesus! It kinda looked like Yayoi, but bootleg Yayoi. Oh, I gotta pay. Let's see. Kanto's got an odd situation with those blues, which he has cleared off for them. So that's a harass. Melker counters that harass, but now they're sending off their main chain, which is a 6, and Melker's got a 3, and rip. Melker could probably put a green in column 3 on top of those yellows that he's gonna clear out to make that chain sort of work, but at this point he's just rushing. Kanto's field is filled with stuff, but Melker could follow up with those greens in column 4. Kanto's building up resources. It's gonna be a 4 chain. What does Kanto have? That's a 3 chain, my bad. Oh, Kanto has access to their main chain now. Albeit it's gonna cut because they're gonna use those reds in column 3. But that'll defend them pretty well. Nice. Alright, this is a pretty even match so far. Melker has something pretty powerful that's probably gonna put Kanto out of commission if he doesn't send something real fast. And there it is. Oh boy. Melker's building a GTR with like a sandwich base to it, and Kanto's got something pretty flat over there. Melker clears out those reds. I thought it was because he was going to put blues there, but I suppose it's fine. Kanto's sending off their main chain. 4, 5, 6. Melker also does a 6, but his Kanto's 5 chain had a lot of Puyo in it, so I'm assuming that's where like the 4 extra lines of damage came from. So now Kanto's got a power 3. Wow, Melker's pretty close to the top. This should be a follow-up that should kill Melker. So yeah, that's that round. Matches are pretty sweet. It's cool whenever the like players counter each other in terms of chain damage, because then like they have to build out after chains, and it really like tests the player's ability to dig and whatnot. Kind of be creative with the rest of the resources they have on their board. So Melker's already on 2nd floor while Kanto's figuring out the transition they had a little bit of color conflict with. Their best option, I'd say would have been to just follow up with the 2 chain they had, but they're pretty much ripped now. They also could have set off the chain they had, because it probably would have beat Melker's. Melker's gonna get 2 red blues, which I thought he could have used to build his like transition thing, but he's still on the base. Kanto's at second floor, and that chain. Kanto's chain is probably gonna work with the yellows and then the reds. Oh, it cuts? Melker has a chance to beat Kanto now. Oh man. So this is pretty much a win for Melker. Turning the tables. So, Melker's not doing GTR, but Kanto is, and all his chain links in his base look really powerful, so it's probably gonna like equate to, let's see, oh god. This is gonna cut at the 5 chain, but it's gonna be powerful enough to be a 6. And then that happens. Ah, jeez. Oh, I got another ping. Alright, that ping's taken care of. Okay, Melker and Kanto both need a green to kind of complete their base. Kanto got it. Now Melker's got it, and now he needs a yellow. Kanto should set up their chain, which they have. It's gonna cut, but it'll keep them alive. Ooh, okay, Melker just set up his chain at the last minute. Now Kanto has to set up what they have. Though I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference since it was a 7 chain. Pretty powerful. Okay, Kanto's got their transition done. Melker's depending on... I thought he depended on the green to finish his transition, but I guess he has other plans. Kanto's just gonna send off what they have for 6 chain. Melker doesn't really have much to combat it, so he's pretty much gonna die, allowing Kanto to catch up. Oh, he even got an all clear too. Styling. So Melker seems to be back at GTR, which is good because he can keep up with Kanto. It's a bit behind in pieces, but seems to be catching up. Kanto's still figuring out that transition requires a lot of reds and greens. Meanwhile, Melker's gonna set up their main chain. As long as Kanto gets off the blue, he should have been able to win, but he didn't get that. Alright, so Melker's 2 points away from winning this thing. Kanto's slowing down a little bit, but who knows? He might be able to win. Okay, transition's done. Melker's got his base done. He should put another... I was gonna say he should put another, like, yellow, but he kinda, like, I guess, fired off that part of his chain, so it doesn't really matter. Well, anyway, Kanto's just rushing Melker now, which seems to be working. Oh, Kanto's building sandwich. Whoa. Pretty neat. It's the first sandwich I think I've seen, like, whole tourney. I have a feeling that Kanto's just gonna set it off. Yep. It's gonna cut a lot, but Melker isn't ready, so... Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. Melker's gonna try to stay alive? Oh, darn. Well, hopefully Melker will realize that Kanto's strategy is just to rush. Okay, Melker's building a little faster now. Got his transition done. Ooh, Kanto's rushing again. That's a 6-chain. See, if he got the yellow in column 4, and then he got another yellow, he could have easily overpowered Kanto because the end of his chain was going to be like a power 6. Okay, so this is a match point for Kanto. And it looks like he has transition already done pretty quick. Alright, Kanto's gonna rush again, but Melker's gonna rush back. This is both a 6-chain, so Melker will stay alive. Kanto harasses with a 2-chain, covers up anything that Melker wanted to do. How's Melker gonna dig this one out? Meanwhile, Kanto's just building a second GTR. It doesn't look like GTR anymore because of that red he put in column 2. But that's gonna be a 2-chain, and Melker's got a 4-chain up in this place. Kanto's gonna take lots of damage. Melker should pretty much win this round, unless a miracle happens and Kanto wins. 2-chain. If he was just a little bit faster, Kanto probably could have survived, but meh. Match point for both players now. Oh man. And of course it's an all-clear start. Of course, this is the way it had to end. So, both players set off the all-clear damage, so now it's just regular Puyo again. Melker has a weird transition. He needs to pop that, and now... Oh, I was gonna say to put a green in column 1, but he didn't do that, so he died from all the damage that he accrued with that, like, 3-chain. Darn. Well, GG's to both players. That was a pretty intense match. Oh boy, grand finals. Gonna get real spicy now. Sorry I'm a bit quiet. I'm just munching on some food before grand finals, which could possibly be really long, since Kanto puts up a pretty good fight, and they could take a set off of Eframu. Eframu only needs 1 set to win, but Kanto needs 2, since he came from loser's bracket. Oh boy, here we go. begins. So Eferamu already has his transition going. Quite a strange transition, but he did disable Kanto at his transition, and now he's gonna do a follow-up. Wow, nice attacks. So Eferamu's probably gonna seal off Kanto with the things he's building. Needs to pop another red column too. Ooh, I didn't even see that 3-chain. Okay, so Kanto is gonna get this neat 3-chain, but isn't gonna fare well against Eferamu's 5. That's already a point to him. Oh man. Wow, both of these players are going pretty fast. Pushing it to the limit. Alright, so both players have their transition done. Eferamu's gonna finish off that, he was looking for a blue. I would have put the extra red that he got in column 5, so he could do that extra damage with the 7-chain. Kanto already has a 3-chain prepped. That's already huge damage towards Efu. Not done yet though. So he partially seals off Kanto's resources. Seals off the transition again. Kanto's gonna have to do some work, kill Efu. But hopefully Efu should have enough resources to stay alive. He is alive, but he can't ghost, so that pretty much ends that. So now it's 1-1. Oh man, it's gonna be intense. Kanto's transition is almost done. Eferamu's transition is done. I was hoping that he would split the green-green across columns 1 and 2 to take care of that, but he got another one, so he's fine. He's just gotta set off those yellows in column 4 to get his chain going. Ooh, we got a bit of tennis here, I think. So that's a 7-chain. Nice. This is a good tourney. Oh man. Let's see. Efu. Efu's doing something weird with the base with all those colors. Most of them probably won't do anything, but his only hope is that he built up second floor well enough. That's only gonna be a 5-chain. Yeah. This is Kanto's point. Oh boy. So Kanto's got his transition done. Efu's got his transition done. Oh, Eferamu's gonna rush. Smart decision because Kanto doesn't really have his transition fleshed out yet. Even though it was done, he kind of covered it up with a bunch of stuff. And he basically wasn't ready. Hey Zach. What's up, dude? Eferamu completes his transition, and now he's left to build his base. Kanto's transition gets covered up by that one little small nuisance Puyo. Eferamu seems to be in the clear for his base being built, so... Honestly, I would have put that yellow in column 5. Because the blues aren't gonna clear that nuisance Puyo in column 4. Meanwhile, Kanto is building up his second floor. Even though the reds won't really do anything for him. So now he's gonna die to 7 chain. And that's that round. Oh boy. Hey Zach, I'm doing good. Okay, so Efu's working on that base. If he could stick some yellows in column 6, that would be a pretty fleshed out base. Kanto's gonna harass with a 2-chain, but Efu deflects it, so it was pretty much a waste of Kanto's resources. Kanto's base is pretty much done. Will he get the red in time? Yes, he will. And I believe this is gonna be power 4 and then a 5, so Kanto should take this one. Alright, Kanto's already got their base done. Very flat, very good. Efu's got his base done. That's actually gonna tail the yellows. Kanto is ready for the attack though. This is going to be a power 6. Yep. Kanto's pretty much used to the rushes now, being that he rushed so much on his previous match with Nunes, so I don't think rushing should be a good idea. I don't know. If Kanto rushes first, Efuramu pretty much wins the match, but if Efu rushes first, Kanto wins. So, Efu's got a pretty clean base. He adds that yellow in column 5 to complete that base too. Kanto is probably going to set up his chain due to how haphazardly he built that portion. There goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's an 8. I don't think Efu's gonna beat that. Oh, jeez. So now Kanto's in the lead. Oh, man. Both these players are pretty good at building GTR, but it really comes down to who builds it even more cleaner. Because based in like both these players, if they build like a clean base at the beginning, they extend their second floor for a while, and then they end up setting off their chain. For example, Efu has like, yeah, Efu did waste some Puyo in his base around like columns 5 and 6, but his chain is longer than Kanto's because, you know, his base is a little bit cleaner. So you see how he got that 8 chain in, and now Kanto died. So, we're even again. Oh boy. All clear start. Neither player seems to be building a counter. Efu was ready to take that damage, so now it's back to a regular Puyo match again. Kanto's not exactly building GTR, so Efu shouldn't have covered up those greens with those blues. Honestly, with a setup like Kanto's, you have to be wary of like how short the damage is, so yeah. So Kanto takes another point. He's pretty close to resetting bracket, but we'll see. Kanto's already got the transition done while Efu is opting to build his base. Pretty good base so far. That was a good decision to put the red-blue in column 2 like that. The yellows and greens that he set down will pop later, so that's a plus to his chain. He's gonna opt to harass that off. then his stuff gets covered up. I hope Efu sets off this chain, because it's gonna beat Kanto's. Because, like, Kanto also has a really good chain, but the thing is that all his stuff is covered up, and it doesn't seem like he's getting any, like, green, blue pieces. Well, there is one, but he got it way too late. Also, nice 9 chain by Efu. So, Kanto already has his, GTR transition set up, so now he's opting build base. Efu already has his transition done too, but he's gonna have a weird color conflict in column 2. His transition is really weird, and he's going to need 3 greens and 1 red in column 1 to make it work. He didn't do that, so he's gonna set off this. It's gonna be a power 5, and then a 6 chain, but still not enough. Ah, man, that's a lot of damage. Efu's still alive, but Kanto has a lot of resources, so I doubt Efu's going to be winning this one. So there's the 2-chain poke. Efu barely has any room left on his board, so Kanto takes that one. We seem to be heading closer and closer to a bracket reset. Let's see. I feel like Kanto's gonna harass with that because that's a very, very, weird way to build a freaking base. Meanwhile, Efu has a pretty good transition. He's gonna set whatever he has off. Now, it's up to Kanto figure out how the heck he's going to trigger that chain of his. Well, this is kind of a powerful 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It isn't going to counter. Even if he got the 8 chain, Efu's thing was still pretty powerful. This goes to 10 wins. Kanto came from loser's bracket, so if he wins this set, he resets bracket, and then Efu has to play against him. Then if Kanto wins that, then he wins the tourney. So Kanto has a pretty good transition going. And this is a rush, so that's going to be a 7-chain rush. Efu only has a 6, so wow. Kanto's really getting quick. Could this be an all clear? Oh no. Based on how you put that piece, that's not gonna happen. Kanto could have gotten all clear though, but I'm not sure it really matters based on how much damage is on Efu's board. Alright. Kanto's 2 points away from a bracket reset. Seems like Efu's going really fast now. Well, he was going really fast, but still going quickly. Right. His transition is done, but based on that piece he tried to put, he didn't have any choice but to send a 2-chain harass. Kanto's gonna rush with a 3, 4, 5, 6 chain. And Efu's gonna split that piece to get a 3, 4, 5, 6 chain as well, but it just barely counters. Kanto has a lot of resources on his board. Is gonna attack Efu for a power 4 chain. Efu only has a 3 chain. Actually, no, it's a power 2. So, wow. This is swinging in Kanto's favor. Alright, so Kanto is not doing GTR. I feel like he's going to rush Efu. And as long as Efu doesn't let Kanto get this kill on him, he should be fine. However, he just covered up his transition with that green, and that red. So this is gonna be bracket reset because he can't counter that 3 chain. Alright, here we go. Oh, they're not gonna do the bracket reset in another match? Or are they? Oh, it's gonna be like bracket reset in another match? Ooh, this is gonna get real spicy now. Okay, here we go. Here's the second set. Oh wait, they didn't start the next match yet. Oh. Oh, there's the second match. Let me click on it real quick. Oh, okay. It was a little delayed for me, but here we go. Kanto is gonna get an all clear right off the bat. Oh my god. Well then, this is a way to start off. So Kanto's gonna do all clear damage to Efu, and that's gonna be lots of damage. Holy crap. So, Efu has some digging to do. As long as he clears out those greens and then those blues, he should be fine. However, Kanto has a 4 chain to combat him, and he could have followed up with the reds. Man, Kanto, chill, bro. Okay, so here we go. Both players. Well, I was thinking that Efu was gonna finish off his transition with the red-blue that he got. But Kanto has finished off his transition as most of his base. It's looking pretty good because the 3 greens that he has in column 3 is gonna clear that nuisance in column 4. And those yellows are going to work. So that's going to be great. And Kanto's gonna set off this chain. It cuts at 4, but Efuramu's response is a 4 chain, although it isn't a power 4. Power 4 is basically a 5. But Kanto takes that point as well. Both players seem to be opting for finishing their transition. Oh no, they're prioritizing base now. Both players have a pretty clean base. Efuramu's tail seems to work. Efuramu's rushing for once, which is good. Kanto's response is this 3, 4, 5, power 6. Still isn't enough. That was a really quick 8 chain by Efu. Nice. These guys are really giving it their 100%. Okay, so Kanto and Efu seem to be building their bases. They're not really getting the pieces they need to complete their transitions. Efu's base seems to work, but the reds on the right seem useless. He could use it for a harass. Could. See, Kanto's rushing with a 6 chain. Go, Efu! No! He coulda got that chain off with the blue-green that he got. Oh dang. So Efu has a odd base and odd base, but it works. Not the most efficient, but it works. Those reds and those blues will pop. Well, not anymore because he got rid of them, but this is 4, 5, power 6. And Kanto sets off the wrong trigger, and now Efu takes the point. It's a comeback, I see. Ah, shit. Anyway. Kindle looks like they can have a pretty clean base as long as they get another... Oh, there it is. The blue, yellow. Well, now the yellows and the blues are going to power at the same time. Kanto does a harass. Man, I'm seeing some things today in this tourney. Kanto doing third floor pretty well. I like that extension of his. Efu is also doing third floor, and that's his full chain. So now it's going to be a little tennis of sorts. Efu is probably going to win though because his power 7 was his 7th link was a power. Kanto is going to get this power 2 and then a 3. Efu wasn't ready for it even though he had a 5 chain in advance, so darn, that's another point for Kanto. That's a way to win. The Efu has got a pretty good transition already built. He just needs a yellow and a green in column 2. Okay, that part of his tail is gonna work. He just needs to get that blue off, and he does. So this is probably gonna be a win for Efu. 5, 6, 7, 8, power 9. Oh man. So Efu opts to finish his transition off pretty early on. Kanto does too. That red probably could have been used for third column, but it seems fine. He's getting another red soon, so he'll just split it like that. And then he's got a second floor to build. That's gonna be a little harass. Come on, set it off. There you go. So Efu should be taking this point because that's gonna be an 8 chain. Man, Efu's bringing it back. Not going down without a fight. Efu's column 3 is pretty high, which may cause problems for him trying to build second floor. But it seems fine. Is he gonna harass with that? No. Kanto's gonna rush. Efu is gonna respond with a 2 chain. That's a lot of damage, but he's not dead yet. Kanto... Oh geez, Efu died. Oh well. If Efu popped the red, he probably could have saved himself. This is a weird base being built by Kanto. Kanto's gonna pop that to make things a little less crazy on that side. Efu has color conflict in columns 2 and 3 with those reds, but Kanto isn't ready because his fields looks pretty messed up by trying to clean up his base. Yeah, weird can be good, but you gotta know what you're doing when it comes to weird stuff in Puyo, or you're gonna get lost pretty quickly. So Kanto builds his transition early, while Efu decides to rush. Now, this was pretty smart by Efu because while Kanto did build his transition up pretty early, he still didn't have anything in column 3, making his chain pretty, like, he wasn't able to trigger his chain because of how high it was. If he had put stuff in column 3, it could have been solved. But Efu does a harass. His Kanto's transition is now covered up. Does Efu want to opt for another harass? Instead, he opts for a rush. And Kanto's going to split that. Kanto's quick enough, he can set off that. So this is going to be a 5 chain, but it's still not enough damage to kill Efu. And now, this is swinging back in Efu's favor. Wow. Okay, so instead of building the base with all those greens that Kanto got, Kanto's opting to build transition. Meanwhile, Efu's got a pretty good tail going on the right. Well, he just kind of screwed things up by putting that green there, but shouldn't be too bad because Efu sent damage that Kanto couldn't handle. Plus his transition wasn't ready yet, so this is pretty much a win for Efu. His column 1 got covered up pretty badly, and kind of recovering from it would have been really difficult. So Kanto's base is pretty much done. He just needs another green in column 1. No, column 3, my bad. Efu doesn't have the red he needs in column 3, but this is a 6 chain, so he's going to take a lot of damage for taking that risk really early on. And Kanto's going to get that point. Had he put a red column 3, Efu may have been able to win this round and got gain point, but let's see. So both players are going to finish off their transition right there. Kanto's base is going to be a little bit awkward because of those greens in column 4. Efu's going to rush with a 3 chain. Kanto isn't ready, and now all his resources are sealed off. Efu's going to follow up with a 2 chain. Now his yellows are covered up. Kanto has no choice but to give up right there. Wow, this is game point for Efu. He really brought on the pressure and made a comeback. But it isn't over yet, so let's see what Kanto can do. So Efu has a little weird color conflict in columns 1 and 3. I'm assuming Kanto is using this to their advantage because they just rushed. However, I don't see any greens there, so he probably couldn't have done anything about it. Kanto is now probably going to rush Efu a lot for some points. Efu's bases are looking pretty weird. I don't know, they don't seem as stable as they used to be. Efu is opting for harasses now. I mean, it's a good strategy that Kanto is losing a lot of ground towards, but he has to be careful because Kanto somehow digs out his main chain. That puts Kanto a lot more closer to a point. Oh, but it's Efu's win. The reason is that like there were 3 different colors in its column 1, and building trying to like fix it when he just sent like a 4 chain would have been like you have to get perfect pieces for it, but that's the tourney. Congratulations to Efu. Oh yeah. God, I haven't commented in such a long time, but it was fun. This was a really good beginner's tourney. This was an awesome tourney. Alright, let me. Whoa, I got another ping. Who is this? Thanks to like Crash Down slash Jubila for organizing this, and Pyro J for streaming it. This was a good effort. Lots of good opponents in this bracket today. Ooh. Let's crash down the secret boss. A first to 30. Whoa. Nah, first to 250. First to death.